This is going to be a lot of setup today. I'm just saying. Hi, everybody. Today I'm going to set my bullet journal up. I'm not going to spend a lot of time rambling. I took a painkiller last night. It was one of those nights. I also had to take one on Friday because we were at the football game. It was cold outside and my kidneys were not thrilled at sitting on the bleachers that whole time. But, we do what we can for our kids. Anyway, so what's going on this week? I am going to be doing a kind of a in advance setup of the rest of September, or at least through when I get back from Oregon, so I don't have to bring a bunch of supplies with me on my trip. So I'm going to set up days so that I can just write things in, spaces for my listing. And then I'll have to bring with me is a couple of black pens, maybe a couple of mild liners, and that's about it. And I should be good to go. So that's what I'm going to do. Like looking back at this last week, here was one of the lists I did, some of the bullet journaling I did, more lists, more pen tests, blah, blah, blah. All sorts of things, some notes for a podcast episode. And then there was the time tracking, which sort of fell away during the weekend. I did get a lot of this done, but not all of it. So other than that, yeah, I'm going to start with my challenges. I feel like I'm all over the place, but I'm so far behind today that I need to just get this done so I can actually do some of the work. I'm not thrilled with how my chipmunks turned out, but that's okay. We're starting with the Smurfs today, and we got Papa Smurf. I'm never sure if drawing on the crack saves me or makes it worse. I'm not sure. I'm doing this in an out of order, but today's lettering challenge movie is Weird Science. Weird. Fun fact, I love Oingo Boingo. Now let's move to my week. Now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do a time tracker. I'm going to create single days, like my day spreads and my list spreads for the next week or so, 2 weeks, basically. I'm going to be mostly using the washi tape from the Planner Society that I've been using all month for the ease of simplicity, and I will be throwing down some stickers both from the Planner Society and from some of my Happy Planner and Amy Tangerine books for the listing pages just to dress them up so that I have something to kind of work with. But I don't know what the prompts are for the next however many days, so I'm sort of faking it. And as for the days, I'm just going to put down washi tape and write down the day. And that way, whether I use it or not, it's there if I need it. Might be a waste of paper, but it'll mean I don't have to bring as much shit with me, which is always important. I need to make sure to use a skinnier washi tape for today and tomorrow because these are the days I know I have a metric shit ton to do. And I'm going to start by making my to-do list for today. Okay, that's today's to-do list for now. I'm not going to make out tomorrow's just yet, except I know I need to pack. So I'm going to write that in big, gigantic letters. I'm going to start setting up today's list challenge and tomorrow's, and then I'll get today's filled in. And I want to kind of explain my reasoning as to why I am, using washi tape and markers and everything to set these days up in advance when I might not use them. Is that a waste of materials? You could argue that is a waste. Because I don't know if I'm going to use them or not. And if past, that's all wrinkly, and I don't give a fuck. If past precedent means anything, there's a good chance I won't use these because I often don't use the things I set up. But is it a waste? It could be considered a waste. However, I have a bunch of shit, and I'm trying to use my shit, so rather use it and not potentially, I would rather use it to set things up that potentially might not be used, but then that's also all wrinkly, and like I said, I don't care. I could set it up so that it would not be used, and then I might not feel so inclined to do it because it's not pretty, and that seems silly. I know that seems silly, but just bear with me. I think that it's important to remember that sometimes doing little things like getting yourself set up, whether it's doing something pretty before you get started for the week, like I'm trying to do now, or setting your clothes out for the week, or even if you might change your mind and you might not use the outfit, so that effort might have been wasted. Like The reason I'm doing this is because I feel like if I have something pretty to work on and all I have to do is bust a pen out and use that rather than have to take the time while I'm up there, all the extra time to set up each thing and haul all that shit up there with me, I might not be inclined to do it. But if it's already set up and all I need is 5 or 10 minutes to sit down and journal or make my list for the day or do my prompt for the day, I'm going to be more inclined to do it because all I have to do is a little tiny bit, and that'll take the pressure off me while still encouraging me to take a little bit of time for myself every day when I'm up there helping my sister and brother-in-law out, if that makes sense. A good kind of example of that is today's prompt, which is I can take better care of myself by blank. That's kind of important right now. I'm going to grab these die cuts from the Planner Society kit and I'm going to glue them down. The home one with the pillows just makes me think of being at home snuggling my family, which is one of my favorite self-care things. And I mean, I can snuggle my sister, though I don't know how much I'm going to snuggle my sister because I don't know A, when she'll be out of the hospital, and B, how much I'm going to be allowed to hug her while she's recovering from the transplant. But when I get home, you can bet your ass I will be snuggling the fuck out of both my husband and my kids. I have a sticker from Amy Tangerine and this sticker from the Happy Planner that I will use to make my list. I think I'm going to bring this double-tipped Tombow Fudenosuke with me because it has a black and a gray tip, and that'll be handy. I won't bring any of my Tombows. My regular dual brush Tombows. I think I'm just going to bring this one with me. And there's my list. I'd like to point out that taking my meds and drinking water are on there because as somebody getting close to end-stage renal disease, those two things are very important in taking care of myself. Just add a couple of stickers from Amy Tangerine and a couple of stickers from the Happy Planner for the next day's prompt. So now what I'm going to do is just keep repeating. I'll do a couple of days of space for bullet journal, a couple of days space for lists, and I'm just going to mix up the different colors and patterns that I use from my sticker books. Trying to washi tape when you're moving fast, it's like you might as well not have even bothered because it's damn near impossible to washi tape neatly when you're moving fast. So you might as well have just moved slow because you're going to spend the same amount of time fixing it that you would have if you had just done it slow in the first place. And that is my philosophical thought for the day. I think I'm using this as an opportunity to experiment with a couple of different washi tape layouts as well. I grabbed those asterisks from the Erin Condren Designer Sticker Book Classic Collection. I'm not sure if that'll fit whatever the topic is, but we'll see what happens. I might mix up what days. Like if I think that one of my setups works really well for a prompt, even if it's out of order. I haven't been dating them, so I'm fine with that. I'm just going through whatever washi tape's on my desk. I didn't pick any extras out ahead of time because that is how little time I actually have today. So I guess my fun tip for trying to work quickly and do a lot of things like backgrounds at once is to grab a bunch of vaguely coordinating washi tape and just start throwing it down willy-nilly. Moving forward, we're going to go to the next, I'm just blowing through it. So this will start the next week out. Like I said before about the washi tape. It's like I'm fucking Planner Nostradamus or something. It is a bold move to put a sticker this specific down in for a spread that I have no idea what the prompt is, but like I said, I can always move shit around if I need to. So this one was Planner Society washi tape with some stickers from Erin Condren and some Simply Gilded. So now I'm going to be doing my last daily spreads. This will get me Friday and then the weekend. I'm taking the weekend off of work, but then that Monday will be October 1st. So this will get me through the end of September. And then the list will get me through Friday, and then I can just create a couple of new ones when I'm home on the weekend, since I will probably be sick of the shit that I did ahead of time by then. I'm all set up through the end of next week. This felt really weird. If you guys thought this looked really weird, I don't blame you. This felt really weird. This is not the only kind of pre-planning I've been doing, which is not my usual style. I am so much a plan as you go person, which, fun plug, will be next month. I will show you the kind of the exact opposite of this. I'll be showing you how I plan every single day with my bullet journal, my Erin Condren, for the course of an entire month. So this felt weird. This is out of my comfort zone, and it didn't feel even though I did 85,000 pages, I still don't feel good about it. So we'll see how it goes. This leaves me about 25 pages in this bullet journal, which I'm going to save for memory keeping. I'm going to try and get as many pictures as I can while I'm up in Portland, and hopefully my ex will be able to give me some pictures of the kids while I'm gone as well, and I can just fill in the back with as much memory keeping as I can. But October, I will be starting a new bullet journal, and I'm going to be filming that setup next chronologically, but you'll be seeing it next week. By the time you see this, I will already be out of town, so I hope you are having a good week. I would love for you to tell me how your week is going in the comments below, and I will get back to reading them when I get back into town next week. But until then, you guys, I miss you. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.